Hi, Trainer Emily here, and this is Kyla. Hi, Kyla. And welcome to Training Tip Tuesday. This week we're going to kick off our new series on grooming training tips. Tips to help you groom your own dog and get them more used to the tools and helping them care for their fur and their skin, which is very important. To start off, we're going to talk a little bit about brushes and the type of brush that you want to use for the type of fur. Different dogs have different types of fur. There's long coated, there's double coated, single coated. So for instance, a Doberman or a Pit Bull would have a single coated type of coat where it's just one type of hair throughout. A dog like Kyla has a double coat. So if you were to look underneath, you see both long hairs and shorter, sort of fluffier, kinky hairs. Dogs that shed a lot usually have the double coat, and it's that double coat that sheds. There are dogs that shed very little, and those are dogs with hair, so things like poodles and Bichons, and those you actually need to take to the groomer unless you actually know how to do the fancy cuts yourself. Otherwise, for just your average dog, picking out a good brush can be useful, but there's different types for different types of hair. Oh, you're sneaky. As well as different types of the year. Dogs that have double coats generally get a thicker coat in the winter, and that's what sheds out in sort of the spring. Shedding blades are really nice for getting a lot of that out. Yeah, you're not too bad up there. She's actually quite well brushed. If the dog has a really long coat or a thicker coat, you can use a rake, and those are good for breaking up heavy chunks of fur where they might have them heavier. But just for your average brushing, you'll probably end up with either a slicker type brush, which has got these little tiny pins. Do be careful. If you work too hard with these, they often scratch the dog. They are fine enough to make scratches on their skin and be irritating, but they're also very good for distributing oils and getting a lot of that dead fur out. So there we go. Yeah. I like the curved ones myself. I feel like they do a better job than the flat ones, but I mean, you can do either. The pin types are only really good for dogs with long hair and not as much double coat. What's that? Yes. If your dog is afraid of the brush or has had bad experiences with brushing in the past, try to keep brushing sessions short and pair them with good things. I show her the brush. You want to smell that? Let her smell it. And then give her some cookies. Oh, yummy. Okay. Or you can even distract your dog with a filled Kong or something where she can lick it and eat it and be distracted by it while you brush, so it's not so bad. That's mostly my tips for brushing. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.